Hello friends, this is lesson number 55 in this series of criticism and theories in English literature. In this lesson we shall have a brief discussion on post-structuralism. In the last few videos we discussed the people like Roland Barthes and then Michel Foucault. These were the people who first practiced structuralism and then turned towards post-structuralism. We already had a lesson on structuralism when we discussed Ferdinand de Saussure. In that lesson, in this series, that is lesson number 46, in that lesson we discussed first what are the main characteristics of the structuralist thinker, and this name, Ferdinand de Saussure, he practiced structuralism in linguistics and he gave us the theory of signified and signified. Then we had the people like Vladimir Propp and A.J. Grimus who talked about the structures in the stories. And then we have the people like Claude Lévi-Strauss who practiced structuralism in anthropology. And there is one more important name, that is Jacques Lacan. He practiced structuralism in psychology. So you see that in different fields of literature, the practitioners are there of structuralism. And the important thing we can note down that the practitioner of structuralism, later these people, the same people, they turned towards post-structuralism. The important example we have already seen with Roland Barthes, that he first practiced structuralism and then post-structuralism. Now we shall consider both these movements. Structuralism, we all know that it started in the 1930s, 40s, and then we have post-structuralism. It started after the end of the World War II, that is in the 1950s, 60s and further. And in post-structuralism, we have the major theory of deconstruction, or the people of this practice. And behind this theory, we have the prominent name, that is Jacques Derrida. So remember, the theory of deconstruction is given by Jacques Derrida. And this theory belonged to the post-structuralism movement. So in other words, we can say that to counter structuralism, we have a theory given by Jacques Derrida, that is of deconstruction. So first we shall consider which are the points of the structuralism which were countered by the theories of post-structuralism. First, in structuralism it was said that there is a fixed meaning and we can achieve that meaning through signifier and signified. You remember Ferdinand de Saussure talked about this, that signifier lead us to signified. But in deconstruction or in post-structuralism, the philosophers are saying that it is not possible to reach to the ultimate signified, because every signifier lead us to another signifier. I shall try to explain it. That structuralist thinker says that there is a fixed meaning. From every text we can get a fixed meaning, and this meaning can be achieved through the theory of signifier and signified. If you do not know what is signifier and signified, then I request you that you should go to the lesson number 46 of this series, where we discussed about Ferdinand de Saussure. And the post-structuralist thinker, they say that there is no fixed meaning of any text. Rather, the meaning is changing by the time. The meaning is changing, and one cannot reach to the ultimate meaning. For this, they take one example, that today you read something and you will conclude some meaning, you get some meaning from that text. After a gap of 20 days or 2 months or 6 months, you read that text again. You get some new meanings. From where these meanings are coming? Text is the same, but you are getting some new meanings. So they are saying that the meaning you got previously, that help you to get to the new meaning. And further next time if you read that text again, you will get another new meaning, and this will keep on happening because they say that there is an endless play of language in the text in the view of deconstruction. Means the meaning is endless. It is just keep on changing by the time. And this thing we people can also realize that when we read something in the past and if we read the same thing again in the present, then we see that there is a huge difference in our understanding what we got that time and what we got this time. So this is all they want to say, that there is no fixed meaning with any text. So this is the first point of their contradiction with structuralist thinkers or with the structuralism theory. So no fixed meaning and no ultimate signified. Then they say that as the structuralist thinker proposed, that binary opposition help us to reach to the meaning. Is it possible? We have to rethink it again. When we were discussing structuralism at that time, I gave you some examples like what is night, what the day is not, what is good, what is not bad. Literally, we are understanding or getting the meaning of one word with the help of its opposite word. This is the theory of the structuralist thinker. But does it really work this way? This is what the post-structuralist thinkers are asking. They say that binary opposition is not possible in every situation. For example, they say that it is not exactly day and night. In opposite terms, there are other situations like there is the time of dawn or dusk, means when there is no proper night or no proper day. So between black and white there is every possibility of gray area. And further they say that there are preferred hierarchies because we people love one word more than the other, or we love something than the other. You may prefer the word good over the bad, you may prefer rich over the poor. So there is some sort of a hierarchy in our preferences. We cannot understand everything with the help of the oppositions. So this is no way possible. And even we people can also realize that understanding everything with the help of the opposite words is not so possible. And then they talk about the important concept of the structuralism, where the structuralist thinkers said that everything is there in the form of structures. If you want to understand any text, you have to first understand the structure, the bigger structure to which it belongs. But the post-structuralist thinker or the deconstructionist, the practitioner of deconstruction, they say that such structure never exists in this world. Rather, these structures are formed the way we perceive the world. They hardly exist in this real world. And then the post-structuralist thinkers say that there is no center or margin theory. So that is the major difference between structuralism and post-structuralism. One simple example you should note down, as for the text I already gave you, that if you read something today and you read the same book again, definitely there will be a change in your understanding. From where that understanding is coming? That understanding is coming somewhat from the previous reading, the result of the previous reading. So the same thing they are saying, that first what you get, that is just a signifier, and the next time you read, that will be another signifier that is produced on the basis of the signifier that you achieved earlier. So there is no possible ultimate signified. So by the time the meaning is changing, and there is no fixed meaning with the text. One quote or example you can take, like We cannot dive into the same river or same water twice. Once you dived and then you come out, the next time the same water is not there because the river is keep flowing. So the same way they are saying that the text is keep on, the meaning of the text is keep on changing. You know someone and further by the time 20 days, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, you keep on knowing him. Your understanding towards that person keep on increasing and there is no ending that you can say that now yes I know that thing fully. Similar with the text, if you read something today and you keep on reading by the time with the interval of the days or months, you cannot say that yes you got the final meaning. Every time there will be a possible change in the meaning that you perceive. And this is the major theory of the deconstruction. Words do not have specific meaning associated with them. So that's all for this lesson. In this lesson we discussed first the important points of the structuralism and then their counterpoint in post-structuralism. 2 or 3 points: no fixed meaning, and second, there is no possible structure as far as the post-structuralist thinkers are concerned, no possible binary opposition. And one more thing you can add, that as we know Aristotle, he talked about speech, that speech comes first or speech should be given the priority. Structuralist thinker also talked about this, that the speech has priority. But in deconstruction or in post-structuralism, these people are saying that writing is far superior than speech. We shall see how it is, as we have one prominent thinker of deconstruction, that is Jack Derrida. He talked about this concept. We shall discuss about this in the next lesson. So thanks a lot for watching this lesson and have a great day.